Hello friends, welcome to Jiku Diaries YouTube channel. Any evening or any gathering with Sunil Gavaskar, the legendary former India captain and opening batsman, the first to the 10,000 run club in Test cricket, Sunil Manohar Gavaskar, can never be boring. One such occasion was at the historic Cricket Club of India, the C.K. Naidu Hall, on September 18th. The occasion being the launch of yet another book on Sunil Gavaskar, the title of the book being Sunny G, presented by Shyam Bhatia, a cricket lover based in Dubai, and it is a book of compilations of articles from players who have played along with Sunil Gavaskar, against Sunil Gavaskar, and those who have known him from close quarters during his playing days as well as in his post-retirement days till date. And those include some of the journalists who have covered him during his playing days, who have known him so closely. And what you will see in the following videos is Sunil Gavaskar's one such evening full of laughter, full of anecdotes, and this one is particularly on why he needs an introduction. Well, whenever an evening or a gathering or a function with Sunil Gavaskar in it, it's commonly said that Sunil Gavaskar needs no introduction. But in a funny, witty, typical Sunil Gavaskar manner, he says why he needs an introduction, especially in his post-retirement career. Let's listen to Sunil Gavaskar.
Everybody, and thank you all for taking time off from your schedules to attend this evening's book release. Shyam was right that he had been chasing me for some time, saying, look, it's going to be your 75th birthday and I want to come out with a book. And I was thinking, well, I'm now at a stage where it's probably better to be less profile. And so I was sort of saying, yeah, we will do it. And eventually, of course, his nagging line and length was such, like a bowler, that I finally got behind. And so then when he asked who should be writing, the first name that came to mind was obviously Debasish, because Debasish had brought out a book on my 60th birthday. And so a similar kind of book. So I said, look, maybe Debasish. And so then they discussed the idea, and they've come out with this book. We were supposed to actually have this event about a month ago, but then Shyam was unwell, so we didn't have it then. And I had a copy of the book, but I still haven't opened it because I said it's not really fair for me to open it when it's not officially been released to the others. So the book is I've got another copy at home, but I haven't even opened it. So in a way, I guess, you're not, when you're retired from the game, opening anything becomes a bit difficult. So that was also one of the reasons. Both have been very kind in what they have spoken about me. I don't know what the people who have written all those words about me, what they have spoken. But I know from the book which was brought out on the 60th birthday, that you must take whatever you read about me with a pinch of salt. Maybe a fistful of salt. My dear friend with whom I've grown up, Milind Rege, he wrote in that earlier book about me wanting to go and act in a Devanand film. So which, well, I mean, there was a Devanand film going on and they wanted some extras, I guess. So we all sort of, went over there. But I think he might have gone just a little bit over the top. I know he's looking at me, staring at me. But yes, I think there are certain things that are there in that book, and I'm pretty certain in this book, which maybe you need to take with a little pinch of salt. I also was a little disappointed that Debasish, who I've known for such a long time, said that I don't need an introduction. When you're retired from the game almost 40 years, you do need an introduction. You do need an introduction because, in the introduction, almost certainly only nice things are going to be said about you. So it's always good to have an introduction rather than saying, oh, Sunil Gavaskar needs no introduction. Well, of course I need an introduction because after so many years I want to listen to some good things said about me. It also takes me back to another incident which concerned my uncle Madhav Mantri. Madhav Mantri, those of you who follow the game know, played 4 test matches for India. And he was called for a school sports day presentation. And the principal of the school asked him, how do I introduce you? And he said, look, at that stage, I was the captain of the Indian team. So he says, look, none of these people know, none of these boys know me. I played many years ago, I retired many years ago. None of these boys know me. So you just ask all these people, all the boys, who is your favorite cricketer? And then say, I'm his uncle. Simple. So the principal did that. Principal said, very good idea. That way, you save so much. So at the assembly, everybody was there, and he turned and he asked them, boys, before I introduce the chief guest here today, who's come to distribute the prizes, I want to ask all of you, who's your favorite cricketer? Ask the assembly of boys. And in one voice, they said Kapil Dev. So you can imagine what happened with the introduction. So now you know I need it. Also because I think I know, going back many years ago when I first came into the Indian team, I was fortunate enough that none other than Garfield Sobers dropped 2 really simple catches that gave me an opportunity to get another life, get another innings, and then score some runs. And we won. We beat the West Indies for the first time. And therefore, big celebrations were on. The celebrations here at the Brabant Stadium, where the BCCI had everybody, that called. There were almost thousands of people there. It was the first time that we had beaten the West Indies. And so the Master of Ceremonies was introducing the players. So he started by saying, oh, this is Ajit Wadekar, the captain of the Indian team, he first captain to, win a series against the West Indies, out-thought Garfield Sobers, all the nice things about Venkatraghavan, the vice captain, bowled so well, he got 5 wickets in a crucial game, bowled Gary Sobers round his legs with his, turning spin. Eknath Solkar, gutsy cricketer, had 6 partnerships with Dilip Sardesai. Dilip Sardesai, renaissance man of Indian cricket. He's brought about a renaissance in Indian cricket with his batting 642 runs. So all these, it just went on, and I was the baby of the team then. And so, I expected that, I would be introduced last, which is understandable if you're the youngest in the team. Everybody, and sure enough, when it came to me, instead of introducing me by my name, the Master of Ceremonies said, let me now introduce you to the person who Gary Sobers dropped 3-4 times. So it was just the same thing. 2 months later, we went to England, beat England again for the first time, and over there again, those who follow the game know that John Snow gave me a little shove while I was looking to take a single and I was sent sprawling, and I had to sort of get to the crease on my hands and knees to regain the crease. And it became a big incident. He was dropped from the next test for indiscipline, whatever, and we beat England. So again, the introductions were the same. Wadekar, Ray Lingworth, who I think is the brainiest captain that I have come across. So for Wadekar, he outthought him. Venkatraghavan, Vishen Bedi, and Chandra. Chandra 6 wickets for 38. He was the one who turned the game around. Again, I was the baby of the team. Again, they came. And let me introduce you to the man who Jon Snow shoved to the ground. नाम का तो देने का बात ही नहीं हो रहा था. Because at the start of my career also, when I was a school kid, I was always, Madhav Mantri. Madhav Mantri's nephew, never Sunil Gavaskar. Madhav Mantri's nephew scored this. Madhav Mantri's nephew. So I was getting to a stage where, I'm thinking, hello, what do I need to do? And then in the middle, then of course for 3-4 years after that, 1971 win, those twin wins, we had a lean period. That's the cycle of life. You're on top, and so we had lean period. So there were no felicitations, there were no invitations to go anywhere. So no question of any introduction. कहीं बुलाया नहीं तो कहाँ introduction की बात ही है नहीं. Then, as I had once invited one of my, probably the best batter from my generation, and across all things, Gundappa Vishwanath. He used to come to my house, our house for dinner. My parents loved him. Everybody loved him. Who didn't love Gundappa? And well, I didn't know what was going on at that stage, but he and my sister fell in love. They got married. And then soon after that, India started to win again. And so again, we started going to all these events and functions. And guess what? At all these functions, I used to be introduced as Vishwanath's brother. So, Debula, how do you know? He's done a wonderful job, Debu. I know that he, as he said, he hasn't really slept peacefully for the last 6-7 months, getting all together. And Shyam, the way Shyam has backed him, has been amazing. It's a team. At the end of the day, for anything to be successful, I think you need a team. And I think this is what both of them have been. They've been a wonderful team. Shyam spoke to you, and I think Shishir also spoke earlier on about the museum that he's got. That is something extraordinary. I've been to museums, cricketing museums all over the world, and this has got to be by far the best. You can actually get to see some black and white British movie tone videos or films about certain players. So some of the players who I was always very keen to see the bowling actions of people who I'd never seen, and to be able to go to Shyam's museum, sit down and actually see some of the bowling actions. Say Neil Hawke, Alan Connery of course came here, but in Neil Hawke I don't remember seeing. So see the way they were bowling, see Richie Benaud bowling action. We'd never seen Richie Benaud. At least I didn't see when he came here with the team in 1959-60. So it's just absolutely wonderful. The bats, the caps, the shoes, gloves, you name it. It is the helmets, everything, you name it. It's just an absolutely wonderful thing. And when you go there, it's like going back in time. And also, I think looking at his love for all these, mementos, etc. I now just struck me why he was so keen on having a book on me, because I think he obviously loves antiques. So because he loves antiques, so he's got a book on me as well. But thank you, Shyam, for this wonderful offering. it's an offering to, I think, while things have been written about me, I think it's an offering to all those who follow the game. And I just want to say heartfelt thanks to Debuda and to you both for making me come alive again, if I might say that. Thank you all for being here. I know it's a working day. Thank you all for being here this evening. I could have gone on, but I think the test match is actually starting tomorrow. So let us wait for the long innings from our boys tomorrow. Thank you again, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm a little nervous. Normally, I do not feel any pressure in chasing news, but this is something else. So, please, if I make any mistake or if you find that my feet movement is not up to the mark, please forgive me. My idol, my fraternity may say, how can Sunil Gavaskar may be your idol? Because I was in part 178 Eden Gardens. One fine evening he was practicing driving and the ball was collected just next to the net. So I was collecting and throwing the ball to him. I did it for 5-6 times. His cover drive was coming that way. Next day also I went there and he was practicing in a similar fashion. Then he came up to me and said that, will you take thumbs up? Those were the thumbs up days. I said no. Till today I do not know why I said no. Then he also said that, can I give you tickets? I said no. I get tickets from my school. Oh, you play? I said yes. What do you do? I said I'm an off-spin bowler. Oh, lovely. But tease them, okay? Then he went back. in the same afternoon, first time I entered Grand Hotel, I couldn't know where to go. So I was standing under the lights and he was going out. He said, "You are not there at the ground?" I said, "Yes, I was there." "Come up to my room?" I said, "No, some other day." It started that way and it continues. Meanwhile, an unknown, ordinary cricket lover became close to the greatest of cricketers, the greatest of opening batsmen. And I really do not know. A lot of people from Bombay especially ask me that, why did you become, how come you become so close to him? I said, I was standing at first sleep, waiting for the catches to come. So, never tried to flash and never tried to gain anything from him, only his knowledge and the tackling under pressure. Mr. G, Mr. Gavaskar, bless me, and I really, in the last 7 months, I did not do anything. When I got the call that, you have to write this book, it's a tough call because, I had to get up early in the morning to talk to someone from Lakean Chapel in Australia, New Zealand, West Indies. I did not give up my wicket. And Mr. Shyam Bhatia, the presenter of the book, sent me always one-liner. Whatever you do, it should be the best book. And I tried. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gavaskar, Mr. Shyam Bhatia, the dignitaries, my dear friends, colleagues from media, I'll only request, please follow the ball, follow Test cricket, and try to push our youngsters to Test cricket. That will be the best so far as our cricket is concerned. Mr. Gavaskar has recently, in his last column, has mentioned that BCCI is on the right line, that on the eve of the Test series, they have organized the trophy. Fine, but nothing new, because old presidents, old secretaries, they also did the same thing. So at least Mr. Jayasha has realized that this should be done, and I'm sure he must have consulted you, or he has read your column that helped him to organize. First and foremost, I feel privileged to have got this opportunity to put together the book on Sunil Gavaskar, who needs no introduction at all. What makes this book even more significant is the fact that it celebrates the 75th birthday of an extraordinary cricketer and a very unique person. Please, although the 75th birthday on 10th July has been passed, but clap him and wish him. I have known Sunny Bhai since 1978, as I told you earlier. For almost 5 decades, he has been my friend, philosopher and guide. In spite of knowing him for 46 years, I continue to be in awe of him. As a wide-eyed young reporter, I followed his exploits on the field till he signed off with a fabulous 100 at Lord's for the World 11. Even today, I try to follow him around the globe as he continues to enlighten us with pearls of his wisdom on the game of which he has been a great ambassador. He's traveling, and I was happy. I inquired from his personal secretary Raghu that whether he has landed from London in time or not. When Raghu said yes, he has landed, my job was over. I thought that he will definitely come. So even today, like I used to know that after coming back from Dubai, he spent no time in going to the cricket field for a Kanga League match or a Dilip Trophy or a Ranji Trophy match. So this is his commitment. So thank you once again, Mr. Gavaskar, for coming. This book contains many articles penned by those who played with or against him or live, the people who deal with him, and the people who spend time with him. I am sure readers will find it interesting to read many hitherto unknown tidbits about the man who is one of the biggest sporting icons of the country. I am grateful to Mr. Shyam Bhatia for making this book possible. His passion for the game is unmatched. Only a genius cricket lover can turn his house into a cricket museum. Anyway, anyone who has visited his museum in Dubai is bound to be enchanted. A word about the title of the book. There was much debate and brainstorming before we zeroed on Sunny G. The G can be interpreted as Gavaskar, which is his surname, as the whole world knows. Phonetically, G also sounds like G. In Hindi, it is commonly used after a name to address someone with respect. I leave it to the reader to figure that out. I wish to express my gratitude to Sunny Bhai, who has been a huge inspiration to me. On behalf of the millions of cricket lovers like me, I urge him to take fresh guard and get a big 100. Lastly, I want to say, Sunny Bhai, thank you for being you. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening.
Sunny G, the Padam Bhushan title, and I don't know how many titles. First of all, Mr. Jay Shah has sent his apology because due to some very, very urgent matters, he could not come today. And but he has sent his best wishes to us, Salibai, all of you. My dear friends, I must tell you, I'm a dreamer. The word dreamer, who used to call me a dreamer? Late Rasing and late Kishore Bimani. I tell you a few things. When I was doing my book, Portraits of the Game, where all cricketers to be interviewed and all. So Raj saying, and this is Shyam, you know that the cricketers are moody, unreliable. Do you think without money they'll give you an interview? I said, Raj bhai, don't lose the patience. We will do our best and let's do it. With support of friends like Ravi, Sunil Gavaskar ji, Kapil Dev, N. Chappell, Michael Holding, we made it. We launched that book on the eve of World Cup test, the World Cup match between Pakistan and India and South Africa. Dr. Ali Bakar was the chief guest. Mr. Sunil Gavaskar was the guest of honor. We did. And Raj Bhai said, there are few people could fulfill his dream, you're one of them. I said, Raj Bhai, this comes through the blessing of the people, like you and others. My dear friends, the game of cricket is with emotion, with a passion, is there. Without that, you can't do anything. You require a passion. To play the game, to watch the game, you require a passion. So, I have a passion. Thanks to my family who have supported me. Friends like Khalid, always been my supporter. But for love for Sunny is, whatever you talk for Sunny, you can talk for a whole day, 2 days, 3 days. That is for Sunny. But the few things which I experienced myself in my life, he has given me so many surprises, so many. But the few things are his humility and love is unmatched, which I like to share with you. We were in Lahore, Pakistan. We went to watch the finals of 1996 World Cup. Eve of the match, we were in the same hotel. We were going out for some friends' house for dinner. So I met Sunny. I said, Sunny, if you're free, please join us for dinner. He said, yes. He never asked me whose house you are going, what you're doing. So I called my friend. Do you mind I bring one guest? He said, sure, who? I said, Sunil Gavaskar. So he said, यार क्यों मेरी टांग खींचता है यार? और कोई नहीं मिला, मेरा टांग खींचता है. I said, no, yeah, I'm bringing Said, okay. He never blamed me. When we went there, he was looking at me, looking at Sunny. How come within half an hour, the whole house was filled with all his neighbors, children taking his autograph and taking the photos. The second one, we were in Jamaica. Went to watch the match, but that day somehow game ran off. So we were hotel lobby and talking, discussing, chatting. Myself and Sunny were together. I said, Sunny, I'm going to my friend's house. You want to join us, please? He said, yes. We went there. Again, Sam said, didn't ask where you're going. We reached there. He had two Jamaican friends there sitting. When we went, that these guys were looking. And then I introduced them and all we sat down. These two gentlemen were not sitting, they were doctors. So, sit down. My guest, host is telling you, please sit down. So they say, I can't say in Jamaican or West Indians, the boss can only say this. He said, how we can sit in front of master? Oh, please sit. No, we not sit. He's our master. For the half an hour. Then they started narrating his stories, talks about him and all those things. What is he, we come here. So these, I experienced so many things. Last one I tell you. In our cricket museum, I have a board where we have all test teams, crease, tie and a caps. All cricket boards in the world, they gave it to me. India refused to give it. Some other reason. So I kept quiet. I saw, one next year, Mr. Gavaskar bringing his own tie, crease, and a cap for the museum. I can't believe that. So, if you come to our museum, you'll see the board where I said, this donated by this board, and this is given to by Mr. Sunil Gavaskar. So, how much we can, he is such a friend, philosopher. Mr. Gavaskar is the first, I think, sportsman who became a mayor of Mumbai. Is it 1994? About? Yeah, Sheriff. 94. And then, most impressed me was his foundation, Shyam Foundation, 1998, where he had trustees, late our Nana Sudasama and our friend Khalid Ansari, who was with us, who that trust has helped so many foundations, helped so many sportsmen, all people who could not afford to live. These guys, the Prince of our country, but they were selling vegetables, somebody are not able to manage themselves. The foundation was contributing to them, and they are really blessed. We have always, I don't know, I can't get over words as far as love and affection, what he has given to us my life. For this book, I chased him for 2 years, at least. He did not agree. I said, Sunny, does this last? Your 75th birthday, I don't know. Please agree to this. Finally, he said, yes, I called Debu. I said, Debu, you are not sleeping more than 4 hours in the night. We had 6 months to write that book. And Debu did wonders. As he said, I never allowed him, as he said, to compromise on anything. And I hope all of you will like so-called Sunny G. Thank you. Thank you very much.